Hi guys, I'm Jade. Today we are doing a flow for the inner thighs. We're going to open them up, elongate them. We're going to try to aim for a side split. So do the best that you can. This is nice because we're going to go into really opening up the outside of the hip as well. Okay, so a lot of mobility within the legs. Also the hamstring, it's all connected. And really working with the side body and the back as well. Okay, so this is a special class. It's very important. I feel really open and almost rejuvenated and kind of like clear. I don't know why, but this class just makes me feel really, really good. So I hope you feel the same way. Make sure you have a couple of blocks and of course a nice sturdy but soft mat to work out on and a glass of water, and let me know what you think of this class. I hope that you love it as much as I do. I'll meet you on your mat. All right, let's go ahead and begin in an easy seated pose, Sukhasana pose. So just let the knees fall out to the side. You can have your hands in your lap or on your knees. Sit up nice and tall, all the way up through the crown of your head. Make sure you're sitting evenly on both sides of the sitting bones. Maybe closing the eyes here and taking a full deep breath in, expanding through the lungs, filling the ribs, pressing into the arms here as we inhale deeply. Holding at the top for just a moment, and exhale nice and slow, very controlled. Let's do that again. Let's inhale, full deep breath in through the nose. Think of really lengthening through the spine, finding that space. And holding at the top, and then exhale, begin to pull the belly button just in towards the spine here. Just a little contraction within the core, just waking it up. The legs be soft. And on your next inhale, we're just gonna reach the arms out to the side. You can open your eyes up if you'd like here. Reach through the side body. Hold at the top of the inhale, and then bring the hands together. Draw your hands in Samasthiti right down to your hearts. Okay, so to begin today's class, what we're going to do is go ahead and extend your right leg out to the side. Make sure you're able to get the left bottom of the foot to the inner thigh of that right leg. And again, make sure you're sitting up nice and tall here. If you feel a little lopsided, then just adjust yourself, all right, as needed. And we're just going to reach the arms up again. Go ahead and twist and turn using your core towards the right toe. So flex the toes up as much as you can. And we're going to begin to fold towards that leg. So as we fold, make sure you are folding from the hip flexor, not your lower spine. So we're going to exhale as we fold, and you can reach for your shin or maybe for the toes. As we lower down, think of really pulling that right hip back as you reach forward with that right heel. So lengthening through the leg. We're gonna keep holding on with the right hand as we twist on our inhale and turn towards the left side. So we're staying in a fold, but we're just twisting open. So reaching with the left fingertips here towards the foot. And then exhale to close it back up. We're going from the lower back to the side body, as well as the hamstring here. So as we open up on our inhale, we're going a little deeper into the side body, maybe the left hip, as well as the inner thigh of the right leg. And then as we close it up, you may notice the lower spine, the lower back muscles, stretching, and then the hamstring. Let's inhale to open it up. You may feel it in different areas. Everybody's body is different. So just notice where you're feeling it. Let's do that one more time. We're going to inhale to open it up. And then when you're ready, go ahead and close. And we're just going to hold it here for a moment. Maybe you can pull the toes in a little closer towards you here. Maybe fold down a little bit further. Make sure, again, the fold is coming from your hip rather than your lower spine. And keep your core nice and strong here. Maybe you're able to rest your forehead on your leg. And then very slowly and carefully roll your body up. All the way back upright. Very good. And then just reach the arms up. One last time, bring your hands right down to Samasthiti, and we're gonna switch it out. So right leg is gonna bend. We're gonna extend the left foot out. Again, make sure the bottom of the right foot this time is to the inner thigh of the left leg. Flex the toes here. Open the arms up as we inhale to reach up, and then we're just gonna very carefully twist towards that left foot. And again, folding down this time on the left side. And you may notice a little difference in your body on one side versus the other. And just breathe nice and slow, move with your breath. So if I'm going too fast, just slow it down a little bit. So we're gonna inhale, twist open to the right side this time. Really opening that shoulder up. Maybe you can gaze up here. And when you're ready, begin to close as we exhale, very slow. Reaching through the fingertips. Exhale, close it up. Open up on your inhale. Very important to make sure you take these deep breaths, nice and slow and fluid with your movement. Exhale to close. And this time we're going to hold. So breathing here. One more breath in and exhale. On your next inhale, to roll the spine up and then bend the left leg. Shake it out a little bit, shake the hands up a little. Okay, so we're gonna come into tabletop. So hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And take a breath. And exhale. So let's extend the left leg straight behind us. And then all we're gonna do is just open it out to the left side. So plant the feet on the floor. So you're on the inside of the foot. So you can see that. Scoot over so you can see. And your foot is in line with your right knee, okay? And so all we're gonna do here is take a breath, inhale, think of dropping the belly down as we pull the heart forward a little bit. So it's a subtle back bend, draw the shoulders down. We're just gazing a little bit in front of us. And as we begin to exhale, we're going to lift the spine up and back, drop the chin to the chest as we sink the hips all the way back. So you're gonna land on that right heel. As we inhale, we roll up and begin to drop the belly, shine the heart forward, lift the tailbone up. And as we exhale, again, we're just going to roll the spine back as we sink the hips back. So slow movement, a little funky, little cat-cow here with a stretch in the inner thigh. Inhale, drop the belly. Heart shines forward, and then as you exhale, begin to lift the spine. We're moving as we roll into our cat pose and sink the hips back. Stretching the shoulders out even here. Do that one more time. Come on up. Heart shines forward. Lift the tailbone up. And then exhale. Right back onto the heel. All right, this time come on up. We're going to lift the body upright. So you're right above that right knee. Open the arms out to the side and reach up to the sky. Take a breath. And then we're gonna exhale, we're gonna reach over towards the left foot here. So you can land the hands on the outside of the calf. We're gonna reach up and over with the right hand. Very carefully make sure that you lift through the left rib. So we're not just falling to the left side, we're lifting, we're creating space on the left side. We wanna roll the right shoulder open, so we're staying even with the shoulders to the front of the mat. We're not closing the body up like we did before. And then we're just gonna switch it out. So you're gonna land the right hand down. You can have a block here on the other side. Hand comes down to either the floor or a block. And then we're just gonna reach the left hand now over towards the right side. Same thing. Opposite side. And then again, we're gonna just switch it out. So left hand down onto the leg, reach the right hand up and over towards the left side. You may feel this in your hip area on the right side. You may feel it on the side rib area. Just notice where you feel it on your body. And then switch it out. So make sure that you're moving with your breath. And then let's just bring the body right back up. You can lower the left arm down. Coming right back into our tabletop pose. Let's switch it out. So left knee is gonna come down. And I'm just gonna turn sideways because I don't have space here on my right side, but also so you can see a front version. So that right leg is gonna come straight back behind you, and then you're just gonna open it up out to the side. Make sure the right foot is in line with the left knee. Hands are just under the shoulders here. This is just how you're lining up. Take a breath and pull the heart forward on your inhale. And then exhale, we're just gonna sink back again, rolling the spine back as we sink back to the left heel. And then when you're ready, inhale, lift up, pull the heart forward, and dropping the spine down. As we exhale, we're gonna lift the spine up, drop the chin to the chest, sink the hips back. Little cat-cow here in full movement. The stretch this time on the inner thigh of the right leg. Inhale, heart shines forward, shoulders back, gazing a little bit more forward in front of you. And then as you exhale, spine comes back, firming the core a little bit. Sink the body back. Again, heart shines forward, little back bend. And exhale, roll the spine back. And let's come right back up to our tabletop. We're gonna walk the hands up and come into an upright position. All right, and then reach the arms out to the side, right above you. Deep breath in, and then same thing like the other side. We're gonna release the right hand to the side of the right calf here. Reach up and over with the left hand. Make sure you're not closing up, so you wanna keep the left shoulder open. Support yourself with those left toes behind you too. Deep breath in. You're really pulling the right hip in towards you as well. You're lifting up through the left side body. Exhale. And you can use a block too to lift the floor up. We're gonna release the left hand down, reach up and over with the right arm. Reaching the fingertips now to the left side. Just move with your breath. So arm's gonna come back up, you come upright, flow it through center. Hand comes down, reach with the left hand to the right side this time. And again. Release the palm to the floor. come right back up. Whoosh. Reach the arms up. And then let's just come right back into our tabletop. So you can bring the leg back. Let's curl the toes underneath. We're gonna press into the palms. Twist so your elbows are pointed back, shoulders are down. As we lift the hips up, knees come off the floor. Keep the knees bent to start out. And press the body back towards your thighs here into our first downward facing dog. Make sure the heels are pointed back. And on your next inhale, press the hips back a little bit further. Maybe on your exhale, you can begin to extend the knees back or maybe walk your dog out. Just moving with your breath, bending one knee as you drop the opposite heel down. Just stretching the hamstrings out. A little bit more now. All right, and then when you're ready, go ahead and just release both knees. Bend the knees, sink the hips back, and go ahead and walk all the way forward into a forward fold. So again, folding from the hips, let the upper body just relax on top of the thighs. Here you can bend the knees if you need to, if you're a little bit tight in the hamstrings. You can reach behind the heels here. And then press into the feet, roll your body all the way up. Deep breath as we reach out to the side and up to the sky. Bring your hands to heart center as we begin to fold all the way down, pulling right back into our Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift our Ardha. So reaching through the spine. Exhale, go ahead and fold right back down into our forward fold. Let's press into the right foot and we're just gonna step straight back. Make sure the front knee is right over top of the heel. Lower the back knee down and curl the toes. Take a breath, reach the arms up, sink the hips forward. Keep those hips nice and even, so pull the right hip back. As you press the left hip forward. And then we're just gonna open up to the left side. So extend the arms as you twist open to the left side. One arm reaches forward, one arm reaches behind you. And then we're just gonna release the right hand onto the floor as we reach up with the left arm. Deep breath here. So my arm is on the inside of my right knee and I'm almost pressing the knee away and pressing the knee back into my arm. You can reach overhead too here if that feels good. So reaching forward towards the front of the mat. And then we're gonna exhale. Let's reverse that. So lower the left hand down either to the back of the hamstring or maybe even the calf here. Reach the right hand up and over top. And then switch it on. Right back to where we were. Right hand to the floor. Left arm either reaching up towards the sky or overhead. Just reaching forward. Really opening up that left shoulder. And last time, we're just going to reach behind us. Whoosh. And reaching forward and backwards. Here we're gonna switch the left arm down and then look forward. Hands come down to the floor. Curl the back toes to lift the back knee. Step straight back into a plank pose. And then shift forward, lower the knees down. We're just gonna drop the chest to the floor, elbows point back. And then pull the heart forward as you lower the hips down to the floor. Extend at the elbows, coming for a seal pose. Squeezing the hips towards each other. And drop the shoulders down. And go ahead and press the hips back, curl the toes, lift right back up into your downward facing dog, your Adho Mukha. Let's bend the knees, step all the way forward. Between the hands into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway, Ardha. Exhale, fold. Press into the feet, reach, open and up. And as you exhale, we're just going to bring the hands right through heart center as we fold down right back into our Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands down. This time we're going to step back with the right foot. Okay, so lower the right knee down, uncurl the toes. Make sure left knee is right over top of that left heel. Reach the arms forward and up. Sink the hips down. Find that alignment with the hips. Left hip back, right hip forward. Reaching up. And this time we're going to twist open to the right side as we reach the arm behind us, the other arm in front of us. And then when you're ready, go ahead and release the left hand to the floor, to the inside of that left foot, as we reach the right arm up and then over, maybe overhead towards the front of the mat, or you can keep reaching up. Inside of my left knee is pressing into my left arm as the arm is pressing right back. Active stretch here. And then we're gonna switch it out. So very carefully, using that front heel, lift the body up and cartwheel back. So right hand's gonna reach for the back of the leg as the left arm reaches up and over. A little stabilization here, balancing act. Ready, switch it out. Left hand down, right arm up. Open that shoulder up. See if you can sink the hips down a little bit further here. And then again, release the hand. Left arm reaching. Right to upright, reach forward, reach back, swoop the right arm down as we twist the body to reach forward again. Reaching up, and then exhale. Go ahead and release the hands down. Curl the back toes, lifting the knees, step straight back to plank. Shift forward, lower the knees. Chest comes down, elbows back. And then we're just gonna pull the body through, lower the hips to the floor. Begin to extend the elbows, or seal pose. Maybe you can go ahead and lift the thighs up off the floor into your full upward facing dog. Think of pressing the shoulder blades into the upper body here to really open the heart up forward. Squeeze the side hips. And then begin to lift the hips straight back and up to your downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. Let's lift the right leg up and reach three-legged dog. Lift as high as you can, trying to keep the shoulders even to the mat so we're not twisting from the upper body, only from the lower body here. Bend that right knee. See if you can lift the knee up a little bit higher. Deep breath. And then shift forward and step that right foot to the inside of the hands. We're gonna lower the back heel down, so pivoting the foot, press into the front heel, and then just cartwheel right back up into our Virabhadrasana pose. Take a breath here, check your alignment, so knee over top of the heel, pointing forward, toes pointing forward, really reaching through the arms. Tuck that right glute underneath, really extend through the back knee here. So finding space through the body while also using the integrity of the legs to stay strong and balanced. It's a very empowering pose. So we're gonna inhale to reach back, just like we did. Lower the left arm down, reverse warrior. So we're reaching back with the right hand. We're going backwards this time. So we started back this time, and then we're going to come into our side angle here. So you can place your elbow down on top of your knee and just reach up and over. Maybe you're able to bring the hand onto the floor or onto a block and reach over, whichever feels good for you. Inhale to reach up and over towards the back of the mat. And then very slowly, as you exhale, we're just going to come through center and either use your elbow or you can come all the way down onto the mat for a block. We're going to try to keep that shoulder rolling back here. Breathe. Again, press through the heel. Lift up, reach back. Sink the knee a little bit more forward if you can. And then exhale. Go ahead and reach down this time. If you can use a block to the inside of the foot. Let's go ahead and begin to extend that right knee. So pressing through the right toes. We're gonna pull that right hip back. Reach through the left arm. Really extending and finding that length through the left side body. And lift the arm up towards the sky, really twisting towards your left side. Rebend softly into the knee. We're just going to come right back into our Vira pose. Let's swoop that left hand down, lift the back heel up, coming right into our high lunge crescent pose. Hands are going to come right down to the mat. Press into the mat and step right back into plank. This time we're going to shift forward. Maybe this time you can come for your full chaturanga, or you can bring your chest to the floor, pull the heart forward, and either come into seal or your upward facing dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Switch it out to the other side. So left leg's gonna come up, lift it high. Remember to keep the breath moving through you. Very important to keep that oxygen moving through your body. And when you're ready, you can bend the knee. Lift the knee up as high as you can while keeping the shoulders even towards the floor. And then shift forward. Bring the knee in and step between hands. We're gonna pivot that back right heel down. Press into the front heel, make sure the knee is above the heel. And then we're just gonna open and cartwheel to our right side, coming into our warrior two pose. Left hand facing forward, right hand facing backwards. And then we're just gonna soften the shoulders down, pulling that left glute underneath. Really strong through the back leg. Try to keep the back pinky edge of the back foot glued into the floor. If you need to, you can adjust your foot and either bring the foot in a little bit closer or maybe just moving the heel front and back and see what feels better for you. As we inhale, we're going to lower the right hand down, reach up and over with the left hand, bending into the knee as far as you can here. Remember to stay strong in that right rib. So lifting through the right rib as well, even though we're bending that way. And then we're gonna exhale, and you can go in for your elbow to the knee or drop the hand all the way down to the inside. Reach the right arm up or overhead towards the front of the mat as we exhale. Very slow movement. Press into the front heel, lift the body up, come through center. Reverse warrior. Deep breath in and exhale. Extended side angle. Breathe, opening to the right side. Nice and even. Maybe you can gaze up towards the sky, past the arm. Well, let's inhale. Reverse warrior. And then exhale. Left arm comes down this time if you can. Reach the arm up and over and begin to very slowly extend at that front knee. So make sure not to lock the knee out. You want to keep a soft bend for a little buoyancy here, for a little control. Make sure the hand is underneath the shoulder and you're pressing through that left big toe. You can reach the right hand towards the front of the mat. I think of really pulling that left hip back. Keep the back outer edge sealed down to the mat of that back foot. Just keep breathing here. And when you're ready, reach the right arm up, rebend into the knee. We're gonna come right back into our warrior. And then go ahead and bring that right hand down and up. And then release the hands down. Press into the mat, step back into your plank, shifting forward chaturanga, or chest to floor, upward facing dog or a seal, whatever you're doing today. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath. And then let's bend the knees and either float forward or you can walk forward. Right into your forward fold. Lift halfway up, so straightening through the spine. And exhale to fold again. You're pressing the heels into the mat as you lift all the way up through the back of the legs, lifting the tailbone up to the sky in this forward fold. And then when you get ready, press into the feet, roll the spine up slowly and controlled. Arms come out to the side, reaching up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Whew, just catch your breath here for a moment. Reach the arms back out to the side and up. Fold all the way down. Hands come to the mat. We're going to lift halfway up. Exhale to forward fold. Let's step back with the left leg this time. So knee over top of that heel, don't forget. Let's lift right back up into our crescent pose. And then we're going to open up into our warrior once again. So pivoting that back heel down, reaching forward and backwards, knees pointed forward. Take a breath and exhale. Before we go into this, make sure that you have your block close by. Just go ahead and place your block in front of you possibly. You may want to use it for this one. So take a breath. Go ahead and begin to extend the front knee. Deep breath in as we begin to extend forward, so pressing that right hip back as we bend from the front hip flexor. Release the right hand just underneath the shoulder. We're gonna open up to the left side. Reach the left hand up. Starting here. Let's go ahead and rebend into the knee a little bit, bring the body right back up. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is begin to sink a little bit further into the front knee. We're going to shift forward, coming up to the tippy toes of the back foot. Reach for your block and slide that left foot forward. We're gonna bring the hands and the block right underneath of us if you're using a block. Otherwise, bring your hand to the floor, fingertips. And then we're gonna press into that front foot as we lift the back foot up. Open the body up to the left side. Nice deep breath here. Make sure the toes of the back foot are pointing to the left side. Lengthen through the back heel. Stay nice and strong in that supporting leg. And keep a little bend in the knee. Take a breath. Find your balance. And then when you're ready, begin to bend into the knee as you lower the back foot down, coming back into your warrior two pose. Let's lift the back heel up, swipe the left arm down and up. Very good, you guys. Release the hands down to the mat. Maybe move your block over to the left side. We're gonna switch it out. Press into the hands, step back, shift forward, chaturanga. Pull the heart through, upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha, and then exhale, Adho Mukha, downward facing dog. Bend the knees, you either step up or float up. Forward fold, lift halfway up, and then exhale, forward fold again. Press into the feet, roll all the way up. Arms come out to the side and up to the sky. Draw the hands through heart center as you begin to fold all the way back down. Ooh, forward fold, lift halfway up, and exhale. Forward fold again. This time we're gonna step back with the right foot. High lunge. So press into the heel, lift the arms up off the floor, begin to pivot the back heel down. We're gonna open the arms out, front to back here, right back into our warrior two. Deep breath. Soften the shoulders down. Extend the front knee. We're gonna shift forward, so pulling that left hip back as we reach through the body, release the left hand either to a block or to the inside of that left leg. Reach the right arm up. Breathe. Again, making sure the back foot outer edge is sealed to the floor. Just breathe and see if you can go a little bit deeper as you hold this. So inhale to lengthen, exhale to find that deepness, to go a little bit further. Maybe you can reach up overhead towards the front of the mat. One more breath. And then when you're ready, bring the arm up, rebend into the knee, so very slowly and carefully. Lift the body right back up to your warrior two, so not so deep in the knee. We're gonna go ahead and begin to reach forward again. Slide that right foot forward a little bit more and begin to reach down either to the floor or if you're using a block, begin to lift that right foot up off the floor. Keep your balance. And remember, toes of the right foot are pointed to the right side this time. You're reaching through the heel. Make sure that you're keeping a soft bend in that bottom leg. And that right hip is stacking right on top of the left hip. So this is a lot of strength, a lot of balance, but also finding space. So we're really reaching up with that right hand. Keep the breath moving strong through you. Focus on the breath. Focus on the strength of that left leg as well as the right leg. So reaching through the right heel is going to help you to stay balanced as well. Okay, we want to keep that right leg just as strong as the left leg, even though it's up in the air. And if you fall out of this pose, that's okay. Try to get right back into it. One more breath. And then as you exhale, let's just bend into the knee. Drop the foot back, coming back into your warrior. Deep breath. Let's come right into our crescent pose, lifting the back heel up, reaching the arms up, And then exhale. Good job, you guys. Hands come down. Step back. Let's flow it out. Chaturanga. And arch on up through your upward facing dog. Exhale. Right back into your downward facing dog. Ooh, stretch out the hamstrings. Downward facing dog feels better and better as you go through yoga, I'll tell you. It starts off a little rough, and then it becomes that resting pose sometimes once things get really intense. All right, let's lift the right leg up this time. We're just going to bring the knee into the chest, step forward, pivot the back heel down, press all the way up, open into your warrior, and then pivot the toes to extend the knee. Bring your hands down. Whew. So now we're in a Y-leg stance. We're gonna take a breath, catch your breath here. Open the arms out to the side as you reach up to the sky. All right. So make sure that the toes are pointing in just a little bit, just a touch, but you're able to still seal the outside of the feet into the mat. So you can go ahead and open a little bit wider if that feels okay for you. All right, pulling the tailbone down, staying really strong in the upper thighs here. We're gonna reach the arms out to the side and begin to fold forward from the hips, staying balanced in the feet. So make sure that you're balancing the front as well as the back of the feet, and just fold all the way down here. Wide stance, forward fold. I'll just let the upper body be soft. You can use blocks underneath your hands if that feels good for you. We're gonna lift halfway up for an inhale. And then as we exhale, we're gonna bring the right heel in. So toes are now pointed out. And then we're just gonna begin to bring the hips over to the right side. All right, so bending the right knee as you roll the left toes up to the side here. So we're coming into a side lunge. All right, so bring the right elbow into the inside of the right knee. We're gonna reach the left hand up to the sky. You can bring the right hand to the floor. And then exhale, bring the left hand down. We're gonna press into the right foot. Come right back into your forward fold. Fold the body down. Lift halfway up, and we're gonna switch it up. So left heel is gonna come in a little bit, toes are pointed out. Knee and toes pointing the same direction. Bend the knee, roll the straight leg toes up. Bring the elbow into the inside of your left knee. Reach the right arm up. Left hand's on the floor. Take a breath. And then exhale, bring the hand down. So let's do that again. And bring that left heel back out, forward fold. Lift halfway up. Let's do that again. So right heel in, toes and knee out. Sink the hips down, elbow to the inside. Reach the left arm up. Maybe you can reach towards the right side. So see how I'm bending, elongating here just a little bit. Really opening up that right side body as well as the left side body. There's a lot going on here. And then exhale. Switch it out. So extend the right knee, bring the heel back out, fold forward, halfway up, left heel in, toes and knees point out just a little bit or towards the corner. Sink the hips down, elbow to the knee, arms reach up, right arm's reaching up. And then maybe you can reach towards the left side of the mat. Feels a little funny. Make sure those right toes are pointing up here. The right arm's gonna come back down. We're just gonna come right up into our forward fold. So just staying in the forward fold for just a sec. Bend the knees just a little bit. Let's lift halfway up. And this time we're gonna bring both heels in so toes are pointed out. We're gonna press into the feet. Bring the body upright, Arms are gonna come out, so we're in a straddle pose. Deep breath, exhale, bring your hands onto the thighs here. And what we're gonna do is drop one shoulder down, push back with the opposite shoulder. So I'm pressing that knee back as well. And then we're gonna switch it out. So reverse, drop the opposite shoulder down, twisting the body. Just opening the inner thighs again. Just stretching the back a little bit. This feels good. Maybe a little bit intense too, because we're using a lot of the legs to stay up here. A couple times. And then when you're ready, come right back up. Extend the knees, reach the arms up. Forward fold. And lift right back up halfway. And then go ahead and bend the knees a little bit. Grab your blocks if you want to use blocks today. We're going to come for our side split here. And bring the blocks right underneath your shoulders. You can have it on a higher setting. Take a breath. Plant the hands on top of the blocks or on the floor if you're all the way down. You're feeling a little more open today. And go ahead and begin to slowly heel toe the feet just out to the side. As far as you can go, stay supported with the blocks or the hands. And make sure you keep a soft, subtle bend in the knee as well. And we're just gonna stay to that point where we feel a little tension, a little discomfort, but no strenuous pain. So we don't wanna feel any sharp pains within the body. If you feel that, heel toe the feet back in and lift the body up a little bit. Okay, listen to your body. Just make sure you feel very supported here with your hands. And maybe if you do, only if you do, you can begin to close your eyes and just focus on the breath and see if you can relax into this pose a little bit further. And sometimes when I get into this pose and I'm still elevated, even up a little bit, I will sway my body just side to side, and that gives a little massage within my inner thighs. It feels good. You have to be really, really careful when you do this, that you're not going to fall. So make sure that your blocks are completely stable before you do this. And just breathe as you move. And maybe you're able to come down a little bit further with the blocks if you have them on a high setting. Or if your hands are on the floor, you can go ahead and bend your elbows back a little bit. Again, you can sway side to side, just a little movement. Just a few more breaths here. Last breath. Inhale. Just come back to stillness. Hold at the top and exhale. We're going to very carefully press into the hands. Begin to pull the heels in and then the toes in. So heel toe your feet in to a wide stance. Go ahead and forward fold again. Very carefully bend the knees. You can move your blocks just off to the side. Okay, and then just continue to heel toe the feet in. You could be about hip distance at this point. Let's go ahead and fold all the way down. Forward fold, a little wider stance. And then press into the feet. Let's roll the spine, so really rolling slow into a ragdoll. Standing all the way up. So pulling the tailbone down at the top. We're gonna reach the arms up, lift the heart up to the sky, a little bit of a back bend. Reach the arms maybe behind you a little bit, and draw your hands right to heart center. Let's heel toe the feet in again. And what we're gonna do this time is we're going to press into the right foot, press into the hands at your heart center here. We're gonna lift the left knee up, and then just cross the knee over top of that right knee if you can. Now you can just put your toes on the floor here, or you can go in for a full eagle pose and wrap the foot behind the calf here. Begin to sink the hips back, so we're now bending into both knees, sitting back. And you can keep your hands at prayer here. And just breathe. Use the pressing of the hands to find that center of the body, that center of gravity. You're really pulling into your midline here, even with the legs. Just a few more breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. Really pulling your core in, keeping yourself balanced. And then last breath. Inhale. As you exhale, stand all the way up. You can uncross the legs and release the left foot down. Release the hands, shake them out a little bit. Let's go to the opposite side. So arms are gonna come out as you inhale. Reach up, bring your hands right back to heart center into Samastiti. Switch your weight now onto your left foot. Bring the right knee up and then just cross that right leg over top of the left leg. Again, you can just kickstand here with your toes, or you can go in for a full eagle, I can't say it today, with the legs, and wrap it fully around. And we're gonna keep the hips even towards the front here. So you wanna pull the right hip back. As you notice when you twist, it's gonna twist the way that it's pulling. So sink the hips back. It's gonna feel good. We just went into stretching a lot with the inner thigh, so this is just going into the opposite and countering it. Just bringing a little bit of strength back. I'm gonna pull the tailbone down towards the floor a little bit here. So arching the lower back, very important. Really use the hands, pressing into the hands as your center of gravity, your stabilization, as well as squeezing the legs together. One last breath. And as you exhale, go ahead and stand up. Oh my goodness, that feels good, also intense. Reach the arms out to the side and down to the mat. Forward fold. Go ahead and sink the hips and down to the floor, sit all the way down. And then this time, you can just bring your hands behind you, fingers back. If you can see me, I'm gonna turn so you can see me. Fingers back, thumbs forward. And then just walk the feet out to the side. Let the knees fall in. And just stay here for a moment. You can walk the feet as wide as you can, as long as it doesn't feel uncomfortable. Just take a breath. Close the eyes. And when you're ready, begin to walk the feet in. The knees are gonna lift a little bit. And you can just come into an easy seated pose to finish out our practice like we were in the beginning. Sit up tall, close your eyes, reach your arms out to the side as you take a full deep breath in, just drawing all that big energy from the sky, from the universe, right down, Samasthiti, right to your heart. Again, let's reach up like you're grabbing all of that energy, all of that love, and bring it right into your heart. And close your eyes and drop your chin. And you just bring your hands onto your heart here. Just pressing into your heart, feeling your heartbeat. It's the whole center of your body, the inner thigh, your core, all the way up to your heart. And just remember that you matter. You are so important. And make sure to find that time to love yourself, because you can't give unless you give to yourself. And you should honor the fact that you showed up today to this practice and dedicated the time to yourself. Give yourself all the love for that and appreciate that you showed up. Thank you for letting me guide you through this. I will see you hopefully soon. Namaste.